Okay, good morning. It is day 5 for us. Here's Elliot. Hi. Hi, Elliot. Hey, look at that. We can kind of see our campsite. The funniest thing happened. We're running a little bit late today, even though our plan was to be earlier. I woke up at like 6, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to be able to fall back asleep. And then the next thing you know, I woke up and it was 8. So here we are, trying to get up and moving here, maybe in an hour if we could possibly do that. But the funny thing is, I woke up and I was like, I can't see, I can't find my glasses. I have a plan. I put my glasses in the little corner, the closest corner to where I'm sleeping. Then in the morning, I can grab them and get moving. Well, I couldn't find them anywhere, so I started packing up. I was like, I don't know, did I go to sleep with them on? Packed up my sleeping bag, packed up my pad, packed up, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Brody goes...
I rolled over and landed on something that had the shape of Mom's glasses.
So hey, look at that. They're okay.
I don't know
how they ended up in his sleeping bag, but I'm just glad they're still okay and we have them. I have no idea.
There's some serious...
Might be an indication of how exhausted we are.
There's some serious difficulties up here. I can't tie this thing.
I'll come out and help you, Elliot. Okay. We're starting this process. We get Brody either talking nonsense or singing something in the tent as everybody tries to pack up and find all the things that they seem to have lost inside the tent in those tight quarters. Elliot is doing awesome this morning. Look at us. We already got our packs out. We're getting packed up. We're going to take down the bear bag. So, Elliot, you're going to unwind. You're going to untie this. Look at this, is like the best. That's like a perfect limb. That's an awesome bear hang. I gotta say, that is awesome. So if I were a bear though, I mean, wouldn't you? I think they've gotten smart enough that they come and they just snap that with their sharp claws. Through here. Yeah. Now feed it around your other hand. Let go of this, because if that releases, you're gonna get hurt. Give it some, let some out. Don't get a rope burn on your hand. Nice job.
Yep, Brody did a good job with his good old college arm. Okay. Yeah, we're in a little bit of a tangled in that.
Uh-oh. If you actually let it go... Yeah, nice job. All right, so when we were back at home before the trip, Elliot was the one that helped me like kind of figure out food a little bit and pack out food. So how many days did we pack for? Do you remember? What were we thinking? 5. We packed for 5 days. We're going to figure out how to resupply today. The next few days, we think we're going into a couple of days of rain.
We just went down to the water to refill our water bottles, and we met this very nice young lady. Her name was Meredith, and she said that she's gonna restock food, and her brother's gonna pick food up from Walmart and give it to her in Dix Creek Gap, which is 13 miles from here, at 5:30. So she said we can get there at 5:30. She would help us out, and she would ask her brother if he could take us to Walmart to restock food.
That'd be awesome. Because otherwise we were going to try to resupply at a hostel, which is a half a mile off the trail.
We'd have to walk.
But that would be just like limited supplies.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I was trying to do the thing and this kind of rolled on me.
Alright, well anyway.
Yeah, alright.
All right, so here we go. Got Hammer and Sam are back there. We met them last night at the campfire. I think Meredith went up ahead of us, and the rest of the group is long gone. So 13.4 miles. We're going up a mountain right now, and then we're gonna go up another mountain. This is kind of a, you know, up a mountain, down into a gap, up a mountain, down into a gap. A couple of tough ones today. There's a knob, Kelly's knob or something like that, that comes after we summit the mountain, so it's supposed to be hard. But we're hoping to either see some good views, get a resupply, tent again tonight, toughen it out with the tenting, because we know that there'll be a hostile night or two in the future in the rain. So, okay, I gotta put my phone away. Okay, so, gone a half a mile. It's really windy. I don't know if you can hear the wind. Just had a little push to get up here, and whew, this part of the trail is nice. So you can see, if you're not familiar with these, this is super cool. So owls will eat the rodents and stuff, and then they basically turn this into a pellet. They can't digest it, so they regurgitate it, and it comes up as this like hairy, furry pellet. And you can see this, I'm pulling this out of the owl pellet. This is a bone. There we go. That's a bone of a mouse or a vole. And so I guess I won't do this because the ones that we did were disinfected. But anyway, all inside there are all the different bones. And actually, oh, this is so cool. We dissected them and then like identified. I think there's some skulls in there, which are really cool to see. So hold on a second.
Okay, we're rolling.
Okay, so I couldn't resist. So I used some sticks and I broke into the pellets to see what we could find. So I didn't find a good skull that's intact. Elliot thinks, and I agree with him, this is,
I'll zoom in.
I don't know if you can. This is a part of a skull, we think. But when we dissected them, you can really, like, you get intact skulls. It's pretty cool. This is like a claw. And you see that? That's like a claw from something. This is a pretty good claw. There's a bone. This is, I'm not sure what that would be.
Eye socket, maybe?
This is, I'm not sure what that would be.
Eye socket, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. We had a chart that identified all these things. But this is a mandible. This is super cool. I don't know if you can see the teeth. Right here, there's 1, 2, 3 little teeth on that mandible. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, hey, if anyone is interested in this, you can order owl pellets online and then dissect them at home. And the ones that you get to do at home are like softer, not as old probably, and they're disinfected, I guess, somehow. And you find a ton of cool stuff, like way more than this even. But this is super cool. So that was fun to find that. Good job, Benny. Okay, here we are. What have we gone, like 5?
5.2 something.
And here's what I found. The swag of the Blue Ridge. Yeah, so we're coming down the trail, And there's a dad. I think he said he was 67, and his 2 daughters are like 29 and 32 or something like that. So he's hiking with his 2 daughters, and they're from Connecticut, Western Connecticut. Super nice family. Mom's at home, supporting them from home. And he threw out a couple of ideas for trail names. So Ben's thinking about.
So far, what I have is Rocket.
All right, Rocket. So he threw out Dash and Speedy and Lightning and Rocket and Mrs. Incredible. So we'll see. We'll see. We heard some other people had some names for us, but they didn't have a chance to, we didn't see them. So we're going to chat with them later, I think. Okay, let's go. Moving on to Maine. So here we are. What do we come into Addis Gap?
Yeah.
Our packs are like way up there. There was a blue blaze, so we're looking for water. We've gone like 7.2 miles today. There haven't been a lot of great water sources, and there's supposed to be one here. And if we're pretty much empty, we're about to climb 1 mile like straight up Kelly's Knob. And it doesn't really look like there's water for maybe another 6 miles. So we kind of got to find this source. There's a blue blaze right there, so we just got to keep going. Sometimes, so this is what happened is when if a water source is like 2/10 or 3/10 off the trail, sometimes we're kind of like, we don't want to go out of our way to get water, and we got a little lazy. And now we have to go off the trail to get the water because we need it. So it's gonna be here somewhere. Oh. It's a nice little walk without our packs, huh?
Yeah, but if you look, there's no water in the trail.
Oh my gosh.
Way down there.
Oh my goodness. We're like walking down Kelly's Knob instead of up it to look for water. We gotta come back up this. Alright, so we're here on Kelly's Knob and it's kind of freezing. I mean, technically I think it's maybe 50 degrees, but it is windy. What?
Yeah, the wind chill
You disagree?
No. The wind chill makes it feel like 35.
Cold. It's cold. And we're sweaty from climbing up here. So anyway, we were just having a little discussion about how we have a little bit of hot chocolate in our packs. And so
Any hot chocolate all trip.
not true. We got it the first night. Trail Magic.
Oh, that doesn't count. I was like, no, I'm talking about like making it. We make it.
Okay, we haven't made our own hot chocolate yet. And so here's Asher getting excited, and he's got a hot chocolate dance. Hot chocolate.
You gotta sing it. You gotta go hot chocolate. I didn't say
Your tag.
I'm Tag, yeah.
Nice to meet you. Well, we met you a couple of nights ago at a campsite.
Yep. So, I think the mama's trail name was pretty obvious. It's gotta be Mama Bear.
Alright, so we just got in here. Brody's coming over to the deli to get some cheese, and this is what we have so far. Alright, so this is what we have. Alright, so we just got all our stuff out. We're doing our little system, so we have baggies, and we're taking stuff all out of the wrappers and breaking down the boxes over here.
So here we are, walking down the street in Hiawassee with our groceries. Now, actually, we're super thankful that we only have one pack. Ben's carrying my pack at the moment because when we were back at Dix Creek Gap, So at Dix Creek Gap, it was like, man, we did 13.4 miles, and we were like, we want real food, and we need to resupply. So I was like, we need to get a ride to Hiawassee. And so sure enough, we were gonna just try to get a ride. I don't know how, but we decided the campsite was 1 mile up the trail. So Benjamin and Asher stayed at the Gap with my bag, and I, Brody, Elliot, and myself ran back. I'll let them help tell the story. Okay, so here we are outside of Domino's.
It's never been better to eat pizza. Never tasted so
Best
good.
pizza we've ever had?
Yep.
Yeah, you agree, Ash? Awesome. We got all our groceries packed up. We got a ton of food, a new roll of toilet paper. We got more food than we need, probably. I think we're resupplied probably for like another 5 days, to be honest. Mitchell and Mickey, and they are Meredith's dad and brother. They came back to get us. They are so amazing. They're so nice. I can't even believe it. They're going to give us a ride back. So they dropped us off at the grocery store. We walked from the grocery store to here. And they're actually here, and they're waiting for us. They said, sit down and eat for a minute. And so we're trying to hurry up and eat. And they're going to give us a ride back and drop us back off at the trail, where we have a 1 mile hike to our campsite. Oh. The campsite story. We'll tell that later. We're charging up here at the Domino's. Okay, so here we are. What time is it, you guys?
It is 8:24.
It's 8:24, and it's dark out, and we're hiking up from Dix Creek Gap, 1 mile to our tent site. We're carrying our groceries, which we've mostly repacked in the right way, except we have a few items that we really just wanted for tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna eat bagels with cream cheese.
Yep.
And we have a bag of chips that we have to somehow not crush. And we'll eat those tomorrow. Talk about.
Seriously, when we stopped at the grocery store, I was holding myself back from like grabbing things off the shelf.
I know, the grocery store was crazy. And they have so many good things there.
I was about to just like take a bunch of stuff and shove it in my face. No, but like seriously,
It was so hard to not.
they had like chocolates that were visible.
Oh yeah.
Like I had to hold my hand back
Ellie, you had to hold your hand back from what?
from taking.
Oh my gosh. I know, we wanted to just eat. Okay, so anyway.
Honestly, though, when we got the pizza,
Yeah.
I was just so hungry. It was like I just took the pizza. It was so hot,
Yeah.
and I just ate it and burnt the top of my roof of my
Oh
mouth.
my gosh. So we went to Domino's. That was so good. Thanks, Dad.
I know, but that pizza tastes heavenly. Like
Okay.
that was like the
Okay, let me tell you real quick about how we did this. So we got here to Dix Creek Gap. It was like close to 5, and we needed a resupply.
it was 4:30.
So we decided, when we got here, I was like, we saw some other people. We saw Tag and Aspen and Steel Buns and some other people. And I was like, so it's like a mile to the tent site, right? And they were like, Tag's like, no, it's 0.3. And I was like, oh, awesome. So I was like, okay, you guys, why don't a couple of us grab the gear and run up and set up the tent. And then we'll come back and we'll get a ride to town, and maybe we can go grab like real food, go out to eat, and get whatever resupply we need. So we did that. So Elliot and Brody volunteered, offered
to be two of the people to go back with the tent. So they grabbed their packs and headed up the trail. And I grabbed Ben's pack and Asher's pack. And I had a pack on my back, a pack on my front, and a sleeping pad under my arm from my own tent, my own bag. I was like a pack mule. Yep. And we made our way up this mile as fast as we could. And we set up, Brody and Elliot and I set up the tent, threw up a really not so great bear hang, but we got a string in a tree and blew up a couple of the mattresses. So we come in now, we aren't trying to do everything at once. And then I would like to say that we made it back down the trail running, the three of us, in an 8-minute mile. Woo, woo. How awesome is that?
After we just hiked 14 miles.
Yeah, so let's see. So we had hiked 13.4 to the gap. Then we hiked up as fast as we possibly could, a mile, carrying extra packs.
A mile with the extra packs. Behind it.
And then
It took 17 minutes.
17 minutes we did the mile with the packs?
Yep.
Wow. Because this is a good elevation gain, whatever this is. It wasn't easy. Like I said, I thought I was a pack mule. And so anyway, then we trail ran back down 8-minute mile, and we got back down to the bottom. Meredith was there, Tag was there, Meredith's parents were there, and so they were willing to give us a ride into town. And then, not only that, how amazing and incredible. Tag and Meredith set this up, though. I think they were trying to take care of us, right?
Yeah.
I think Tag was a little worried because this was our first time trying to resupply, and I got kids, and so bless him. He was like, "What can we do to help you?" And I was like, "Oh, I think we're good. We got it. We're good." But anyways, I think between he and Meredith, they were like, "Let's help you." And so Meredith's mom and dad drove us into town, dropped us off at a grocery store, and then exchanged numbers and said they would come back and pick us up and bring us back to the Gap. So how amazing is that? And what was it, like a 15 or 20 minute ride?
Yep.
And so that was so incredibly nice of them. Now they're gonna go, they were in the area anyway for Meredith and some other stuff they were doing, but they definitely went out of their way to help us out, and I can't thank them enough. So nice. And so Meredith's dad and Mitchell came back, and Mitchell had actually seen us a couple days ago on the trail because he was hiking with his sister. But he said after a few days he had had enough. He wasn't planning to do the whole thing. He was just getting Meredith started. And so I was joking with him, told him maybe we'd see him. Maybe he'll miss the trail. Didn't really seem like he thought so. But anyway, thank you to Meredith's parents and brother. Yeah, wow. Just awesome. People are so nice, looking out for each other. And we are majorly resupplied up. Probably for another 5 days. I think we're good. Yeah. We got to eat the heavy stuff tomorrow and the next day because we got a lot right now. So anyways, right now, my bag is the only one we kept with us. And Ben's hiking it up for me while the rest of us carry the food that we just got. Alrighty, so as you can tell, even without my bag, this is a good climb. And when we get up to camp, our tent's set up and we'll get a good night's sleep, I think, now that our bellies are full and happy. All right. Good night, y'all.